Steve decides to take his girlfriend on their very first date to the Phillies game instead of Corey. So Corey is furious and thinks that love is ruining his life, and he decides to live in his treehouse. And that was my watch hitting the desk very angrily. He lives in his treehouse that happens to overlook the backyard of their neighbor.
From downtown Minneapolis.
Oh my God.
Already jumping in.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
There was a kerfuffle online as to whether it's the side yard or
The backyard. Okay, we will get into it then. So Corey's treehouse overlooks the backyard of Mr. Feeney's backyard because, very important to the show, Mr. Feeney is Corey's next door neighbor. And
now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever.
It made me very, very anxious
You're a big lover of
to
music.
go back
How
into the
about
world.
what you
I
just
don't know
saw?
why.
This is what
I have no
playing the piano for a defensive
no reason I
lineman.
can
The
pop
ability to
up
move
in
laterally
my head
up and down
immediately
the
as
line
to
of
why
scrimmage.
I was so
How about the way
anxious
you just
pressing play.
and got to the
But I
outside
was.
part of the field and made that play.
And then as I got into the episode, I realized one of the reasons why I didn't want to watch it is because I am the worst.
Probably right on the edge of breaking into something
And
really
it's not, and again, it's not, I'm not saying
right
really
now we're talking about, okay, what can we do?
Dude, I said that and I believed it, but this was
Play of this opening drive as they're looking at a third and three.
Because you've been saying this since we were like 20. You've been like, oh, I didn't learn how to act. But I watched it. I was like, no, Will's great.
No, I was by
He's
far
got his target. That's
the worst actor
complete.
for the entire
And we will
episode.
have the Vikings first down. He was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on third and three.
I was like, what am I doing with my hands? Which I had it was like, I will walk this way because I was told to walk this way. And
first
then it
down
was
carry
like,
by
I will get into it.
good
It
move.
was
To the 43, second down.
invented something. You had 4 lines and were the by far, right, I'm saying this, you were by far the best actor on the episode.
Yes, that's
You
true.
were by far the best actor on the episode. And I'm including the adults, maybe Bill, because Bill was Bill. And you knew what Bill was going to get, and he was brilliant.
You guys are crazy. I was
Second
like,
down.
That's the thing is, you were already Sean.
Just not a whole
Like
lot of
you
room to
had
operate there
that
on
the
that
character
carry.
was
No,
already
not at all.
there.
They did a
You could
really
tell
nice
there was
job
some
staying in
angst.
their proper
You had
places
the only
and not
one who was
allowing any
natural
lanes
in
to
your
open
line
up.
readings, especially in the cafeteria scenes. Like Sean was already
Darnold
there,
on third down.
and then there was the rest of the show. And it was like it was weird.
that's funny because I guess in a lot of ways Sean was easy. Like, Sean was
Not
so
something
easy
you
to
see
not-
very often from a
You know,
quarterback of
like,
his
Corey
caliber,
is
an
so
opening drive
defined, and he's
interception.
so
Oh, there's no
anxious,
doubt in my
and he's
mind
so,
that even
like,
he's
just
surprised at how that
outwardly
one
freaked
played
about
out.
everything.
But we
And
know
to have
this
his
guy
best friend
is
be,
not
like,
going to stop him from
reserved,
continuing to
kind of
fire as this
cool.
game goes
It was an
along.
easy- I
If I
think he
give
was
a
such a
nod
good
of respect
foil.
across the field for
Like,
that
He was
one.
an 11-year-old
No,
stand-up
he'll be back
comic.
the very
Right,
next series.
right. That's what it was. That's what I realized when I was watching it. It was like, oh, the show is about an 11-year-old stand-up trying to go to school.
Couldn't get rid of it. He takes
Which is what it seemed like to me, like he was doing bits the whole time.
Totally. And he does this thing that was so
But it
funny,
is
like,
something that holds up over
to
time,
realize
doesn't it?
now,
If you're
you
the
know, he
visitor,
has that,
you
like,
don't want to let the crowd
and this
in
is
the game
a classic Michael
Yeah,
Jacobs
and that's
creator.
exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a crowd unit, and
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Well, I just
And
hate
he's brought
everybody all
down,
the
but not
time.
before
And,
reaching
like,
the
how do
30.
you 11-year-old say
First
that?
down there
It
on a
was so
pickup of
funny. Like, it's so
25.
cute, right? And it's like,
That was a
I just
beautifully
realized, like, oh,
executed
that
screen
is-
pass.
that-
Let the
I
rushers
always
get
thought that was
upfield
something.
and
Well,
get
here,
the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
Because I
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
the show developed to
Here's a
change
second and
game
9 now
this
from the
thing.
29.
Which it did. I mean, it definitely grew. But you could see the heart was there.
Operating off play action. Flacco.
I did not expect that. I really thought
Down
the
he
Pirates would
goes.
be
The
like,
second
what's
back
the
to
show?
36.
Instead, I was like, oh, no.
Give that
It was all
sack to
there.
Harrison
Like,
Phillips,
so
the big
much of the show
man.
was there.
Now
Yeah, I
making
thought
his
there were so many.
Their first drive
First of all, I'm not in the pilot.
to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
So I truthfully don't remember. I'm assuming I did watch it when the show aired in 93, because I probably sat with my family to watch the show that I knew I was going to be on, but I don't have really a memory of watching the pilot. But I was amazed at how much, like, all of the different layers. Like, now when you watch a pilot, it's very much, let's just meet the characters. But the storyline of Corey's learning about love in school because of Romeo and Juliet. And then love impacts his own life inside his family's home because he's going to a baseball game that he's very excited about with his older brother, and then he gets ditched by his older brother. So now love means, something bad to him. Then he gets reminded that he once ditched somebody he loved. That as he got older, he may have ditched his father. He learns about that. And then he sees Mr. Feeney possibly get ditched and hurt by love. And then, at the end, he realizes he could have a different impact on his sister's relationship to what love means. Like, that's so many different layers of deep storyline for one, a kid show, and two, a pilot.
Inside the 40 to about the 38.
I mean, it's not like he runs away into a circus.
First down, gain of 7, leading with a second and 3.
But it has such emotional stakes, and I guess that's what I mean.
Outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. This one completes a 10-man underneath. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies and run their routes. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Was essentially what is this pilot, and I think it's really
and they'll send the slot in motion left.
By Bill's performance and his commitment,
throwing here on third down, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
It goes somewhere truly deep and meaningful. It explores all those relationships, like you said, the dad, the mom,
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right. And this will remain a scoreless game.
What would it be like if
listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome, you think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Instead of doing the typical thing that's on television right now, and just focusing on the older brother and a family.
On first down, Flacco.
The middle kid who gets lost. And that's exactly
they'll drop this down to Taylor. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The dad would impart a lesson, or the mom would impart a lesson.
Extra point by Gay is
Gaines
up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Had a teacher
so they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
It was always the buffoon.
Yeah,
it's always the crazy guy.
It sets this structure up that I think exists throughout Buckets, certainly in the early years, where you can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's like
Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
He's got room past the 30, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They got 29 yards that time.
It also showed, though, I thought, it's very strange because it also, and again, we should talk about this a little bit. So there was an original pilot that was shot without myself, without William Russ. They recast a couple people.
From Colts territory, here's a first and 10, down at the 31.
Alan Matthews and Matt McCoy was the original dad. I'll never forget that. And Harry,
run on first down
I'm going to do this poor man an injustice. I want to say Branchy or Branchy was his name. The fight actor, we've talked about this in several things where he was recast because he just wasn't tall enough. That's all it was. He was literally the same size as Ben already. They knew Ben was going to grow, and they wanted somebody to be. When you're a kid actor, they are always concerned with how tall.
They'll go again. How tall you are. Because if you he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Taller than the adults.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge.
Oh, Darnold loses it, and the Colts pick it up.
So that's what happened. They recast it. So the pilot, if memory serves, reshooting the pilot was actually, for me, episode 2. Because the first thing that we did was episode 2.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how the defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Was very strange, I know, for you guys, because you're like, oh, we've done this already. And then it was like, well, we've got to go back and shoot the first episode second to get everything kind of on the line. But they also kind of saw where some of the show was going to go, because if memory serves, Lee Norris is in the opening title credits, but he's not in the episode.
Here in a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
So he was a regular and was in the opening title sequence, which we can talk about the wonderful opening title sequence.
Because a gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Corey Feeney,
Now Darnold wants to change it up.
Yep.
Who was the other best friend at the time. In the pilot, originally Corey was supposed to have 2 best friends. Johnson
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Sandlot and what else? He was also
this one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. They got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yeah, it was going to be Corey and his 2 best friends.
Open man is born.
Right on
He's going to
one
get
of those best
this
friends, and then there was like a
30.
rotating
12
third
more
friend.
yards there and another first
Well, let's just
down.
say it. Michael just kept firing all the kids that were. But it's true. I mean, if we're talking about it, we called it the death chair. The chair that Johnson is sitting in there. And it was every kid they brought in, some of them didn't even make it to we talked about this in the first episode we did. Didn't even make it to the second run.
That's the second rated death chair.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. How about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So it's a simple little scene. We introduce Corey and Mr.
On second down, it's Jones.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Defensively, he has been a presence in that backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
It's bonkers.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is taken in at the 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a first and goal. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are back within a score.
Because he doesn't have a fingertip feel for social, emotional networks. And when I sat down with
Extra point splits the uprights.
told me how he captured it all.
Score
They had
14-7.
and then just putting big accents
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
Mr. Hyde, who doesn't even remember it, getting the bar.
And he'll decide to not bring this one up as their drive will begin at the 25.
My name is
And now Indiana. Drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, Flacco on the throw. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
If you don't know your stuff, they're going to just call you out, and they're going to be like, nope, I'm talking to somebody else.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They're going to have some difficulty putting those cases together unless, of course, he confesses.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. There's a nice move, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Two big plays late in succession as this one goes for 27. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. And look like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Starting Thursday, December 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern at State Farm Park in Ireland and Fortnite. Available all
That
weekend
flag
long.
is separated, backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Here's Flacco. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Can't make a man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely.
I'm
Just
sorry,
needed
you
a
want to talk
touch
about
more
dated?
air
Before we even get to that, can we talk about how the big joke was a Steve
Second and
Lawrence
15.
joke?
Wait, what?
Steve, exactly. So the
I was like, I don't know what this is.
The stuff joke?
No. Steve Lawrence
Here's Flacco.
he would
set
come
up
on
the
and do
screen
like
to
these
Taylor.
Steve and Edie kind of
They'll
things.
head out of
And
bounds
he was
inside
late
the
night, and they
10.
would
Mark
bring
it
him
down
on.
at the 9.
And it was like, so
Good pickup there.
build up the
13
joke
yards as
between
they
these
get
three
closer for
11-year-olds.
They've used it well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen. He's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
I don't think I knew that reference at the time, by the way. So that's me acting.
They'll try to run for the first with Taylor. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. And now a stoppage. Looks like we have a Colt who is shaken up on that last play. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Touchdown,
A couple
Colts.
years ago,
Josh Downs from 8 yards out. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Like, what we're doing a rock and roll show doesn't have any, like, immediately just writing it. Right?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7.
It's so long. And it just
That
keeps
time
going.
a 6-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line.
And it's like, what is happening?
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
It's like you could not if you hired a creative now to be like, go make the most 90s opening credits you can, they would get that color palette, those outfits, and those
showing their last time out, they scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think.
And now off to the races,
always
down
throwing
the
it
right
low.
side.
Here's your world.
He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, they pulled stuff from the show. They did. They're like, all right, just lie on the bed and flip through a magazine, but look up at us as you're doing it.
Such a handful.
And I was like, so why am I flipping through magazines? This is, my first episode ever, so I'm not asking any questions. I'm like, that makes sense. Okay, got it. Sure. So I'm not looking at the magazine as I'm flipping through it. And then the other thing I remember is Betsy. Betsy was so funny. She did that.
Finally born here over the middle. He's taken down inside the 30.
Finished it. And
another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
Watch the pilot thing. Some episode we all got together to watch.
I like their
And
confidence. I like
she
the way
looked
that
at me
they
right as
have
first
out
scene. She
there, the
puts
way
the
they're
Band-Aid
carrying
on his
themselves.
head. And she gives him this look as she walks away and she turns to me in such a Hollywood way. She goes, that's my please watch your show. And it was
just a
the way
yard on
she
the
said it
first
was
down
so
carry,
cool
so it's
because she
second
was,
and
if you look
9.
at, she gives this
Some
big
people
smile.
play defense in this one,
like this
there's a
big
little bit
kind
of
of
the good
please watch our
and
show.
some bad. Because
And
they
it was
did give up
just
the
every
touchdown
time I
right to
watch that
Murray,
opening
but shut
title
it down
sequence, it's so
otherwise.
funny. You're
Outside
like
that, you're
throwing
exactly
the
right. I would say they're containing very well.
There was only
Darnold's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in his first half alone.
Being any sort of savvy or like calm in the face of Ben Savage's Corey just instantly created a character. But I do remember they wanted me to be a troublemaker. That was like early on discussed. So like, yeah, when they gave me a paper airplane.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And how long was it between the first time you met and filming
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Ryder, you go first. Let me hear from your POV.
Should we turn off Will?
And he's able to get down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
As long as the air attack has gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And we had already shot 5. Now the show had been picked up for
Jones
13
again.
episodes, which was half a season.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
Definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Coolest kid I ever met.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
I still have it. A 1986 Celica GTS. I still have that same car.
And then you have a subwoofer in it?
Very wisely taken lead here as they bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first, if anyone counters with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction.
Your brother, older brother Shiloh, and Jason Marsden,
still
one of my best friends to this
So
day.
many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one
but
thing.
there you were, I turned. I'm in jeans and the shirt that I pass the poster every day. It's hanging on my wall. I got the tie-dye
then your defense is going to be
yes, you have the tie-dye shirt on, and
That's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
And we started the first conversation. I was still sitting in the chair, and the thing that scared me the most about that day is I just met Rusty. I just met everybody for the first time. You and I got along instantly.
Setting up to throw Flacco.
They're like, all right, we're going to put you all together for pictures, and they put us all together, and I put my arm
inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And he turned to me and he went, don't touch me. And I really shot my head back down.
That winds up going for 31.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Every single picture that they have now, my hands are in my pockets, and I am like, I'm not touching anyone ever again.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
That was our intro to each other.
That time 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael
Shiloh
Pittman.
audition to play Eric?
Taking it about the 1.
Actually, he ended up not doing the network test. So Shiloh,
and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Or the reason I was first brought in to audition for Boy Meets World was my older brother Shiloh, he's only 18 months older.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got me pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Odd Man Out, which also got rebooted 5 years later.
Under pressure now, Donald, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Or he got offered a show on NBC.
On the delay, Jones.
Where he could just be one of the sons on the
yards there, takes him to the 45.
And he looked at the equation.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because he has them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Penalty flag comes in as that
so he ended up not auditioning
contact. He's going to move the ball well downfield.
No, it ended up finally being the
I think
force
a 4th down.
So I met him the first time because it was the 3 of us.
And that's frustrating because you take them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you get a strong
that can really be demoralizing. It was then between Jason and I because Shiloh had dropped out.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Again, it was down. We talked before about how small it is. It was down to the 3 of us twice in a row.
11 more yards.
And Jason got
well.
Jason got almost home, and then I got Boy Meets World.
And Shiloh was doing the mommy, so all 3 of you.
So yeah, so it worked out, but I was with my dad in Los Angeles, and I did not think I got the part. I was a terrible read. Ben was there. Ben came in with us. I was awful. And my dad said, what do you want to do, kiddo?
You know, like, give me a chance to get right back into this football game.
Believe it or not, museum in Hollywood.
They go back
to
the ground with Jones.
He's like, all right, fine. So we went there, and until about 10 years ago, it was actually there across the street from the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. There was a bank of what was called payphones, kids, where you actually had to put in money and dial a number, and somebody else, KL5 4000 appeared on the other. How can I connect your call, sir? Appeared on the other side. And I called my agent, and my dad said, just call your agent and tell me you didn't get it. And I called my agent and said, you got it. It's been picked up. You got to move to LA. And my dad and I ran to the museum. And then I found the open because I had to live in LA like 2 weeks later, something ridiculous like that. And that was 30 years ago. So it happened very quickly once it happened. And then you're at the photo shoot, and then you're friends with Ryder, and then you've got this going on, and then you're in front of the audience, and then you're going.
So the photo shoot happened before you guys ever even had a rehearsal day.
Yeah.
Okay, so then by the time you get to rehearsal and you're starting this pilot episode, are you guys already feeling like friends and family? Like you've already started a bond?
I mean, Will and I
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. First mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it, and they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
You know, it cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. He called that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
I wasn't part of the family. I think, Will, you probably connected with Ben because you were part of...
And they'll run again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And so
Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. You just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy.
David Combs. Shout out to David Combs.
Extra point splits the uprights. We got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
And just a genius. Spoke 5 languages. Could teach on subject.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Very eccentric, interesting dude. And we'll have plenty of income stories, I'm sure, throughout the years.
So they'll bring it out to the 25.
Just immediately, he was
Here
so
comes the
smart.
Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco.
That was one of the things that struck me as we get back as we get back into the episode, so we're past the opening title sequence.
The opening to me sounds like a
I'm a defender,
like
so what am I
music
going
you
to
would hear
say?
in line at Disneyland.
Darn right, they did something to disrupt that time.
Or you're in a carousel just going around.
He is met in his tracks.
This episode was written by Michael Jacobs and April Kelly. Does anyone remember April Kelly?
Track and field, I could never anticipate the start
I remember
before a race. He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
I do think I met April Kelly early on.
2 minutes to go.
I remember what she looks like, and I can picture an outfit. But then April Kelly just kind of disappeared.
She was there the whole first season, wasn't she?
First season.
And then she
They
left
need
after the
12
first
here.
season,
It's
and,
3rd down.
As far as I know, left the industry. But her name is on
Every episode. So she got paid for and she got paid for every single episode. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to talk about is that this episode, the pilot episode, was directed by John Tracy. But then I'm pretty sure this is the only episode that John Tracy directed.
No, he came back. He came back.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's getting 21 yards. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You go get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how.
That is 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
If you look at the pilot
Here's
episodes,
2nd
I
and 5
noticed this.
now
It
from
says
the
the first, it
22.
says he was the stage manager in the first episode.
Wow, okay.
Which he was by the time I had gotten there.
Passing
He already
play.
wasn't, but I guess
Flacco.
for that first episode, he was the stage
He
manager.
gets this into the hands of
Does
Taylor.
anyone know why
Now
John
the
only
Colts going
directed
to
the
burn the
pilot and not
second of their
anymore in that first
timeouts.
season? Was there a
As the
story
clock's
there?
going to
If there
stop
is,
with
do we not know it?
47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Okay.
It was typical for somebody to direct the pilot.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Pilots fast as possible, not get stuck on a series, because when you direct the pilot,
will take to the air again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
But I don't remember if there was a reason that John
they're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him. And
got a man, Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take the 7-point lead.
6'7".
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
I think so. He was.
He's also very thin. Yeah, he's so thin, and so the way he walked across stage, he could go that, that cavernous stage, the sound stage we talked about. He could do the length of it in what felt like 4 strides.
Yes, it was crazy. I'll never forget feeling like
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there.
Oh, man. He was never made about it. He did it with a smile on his face. It was like, oh, Jesus. So it was such a strange environment to go. Because, again, it was just like, I didn't know any of making television like this. None. This is not how we did any of the Nickelodeon stuff. So everyone just I knew what I was doing, and then it's just kind of, just go. I mean, it's like David Carey, just go. That's
Justin Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
So the camera 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
We make it look normal because you're used to it as an actor, but you have to sort of force your body to do something that's not happening. And you're not turning, you have to turn the right way. So you don't square 50-50 with people. You turn slightly out, and then if you're going to be talking to somebody,
so a tie ball game here as the kicks away.
Like all these basic things that, of course, if you're a seasoned theater actor like Bill Daniels, you just know.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
The laughs were. And I couldn't tell if it was...
So here's a first and 10
were those the sounds they collected from the live studio audience, or was the laugh track just that loud? Because the laughs sound like they're in your ear.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Down the right sideline.
He said this too.
Is able to take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Choice or somewhere along the line, the show just got cranked up because it is very loud. And I'm sure that there was some adherence to the
after the interception. Here's Darnold.
But there was also a machine making laughter sounds.
And this one's incomplete.
The audience didn't know us yet, so for the first few episodes, I think it's mostly laugh track. I think until it aired, it was really mostly laugh track because then you get fans and then the fans come in. But until then, Michael used to always he would always tell me that I'd say something or, hey, that joke didn't land or whatever, and he'd always look at me and goes, and to this day, I still can hear him in my head saying, don't worry, I have a machine that thinks you're hysterical. And so that's what he would say. I have a machine that thinks you're hysterical. And it's like, okay, well, that's hard. Can we talk very briefly about the girl who is lying on the desk? You touch me that. She was amazing. And why did we never see her again? Because she was the best. Other than you, she was the best child actor of all the line.
As we'll send you down to Orlando we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down.
But you need to see where there's chemistry. And I think that is, in part, a physical thing. Chemistry. Like, you need to, like, do these people just
Okay,
work
Coach,
together?
adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Sometimes, like, and I think
both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And then, like, somebody like
and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
It was magical.
Yeah, just
magical.
Going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. But Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. The gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Flacco from the gun. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
They reacted so much to the Topanga character in contrast to the Corey character and in contrast to the Sean. They just all came together.
That's where the show started.
First and 10 here for Flacco.
That's where the show started, in my opinion. And because it wasn't just Corey and Topanga, it was also Corey Sean.
To the 40-yard line, tackled there. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
The 3 of you especially, that was the start, and that was, you're right, it was kind of getting there. Took a few episodes, but once it did, then it was kind of off.
The short throw pulled in by Woods.
Yeah,
he's going to hit this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
I remember it from when I was a kid, and I remember seeing it, but I did not notice it in the episode. And I think I remember it
circus tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage and punches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Taylor.
Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just shaking hands. I don't know.
We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Because it was like, oh, if this guy, it was so scary to us. Mr. Phoenix.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jonathan Bullard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12.
Does anybody, now, that is one of the questions I had. Does anybody know how old Bill was
To
when he
pass,
started?
Flacco.
Well, 93. The year was 93. He is now 95. So 29 years.
10 at the 11.
Right? 20.
That's going to bring up 4th
exactly.
down.
So
Only a
it
gain
takes
of 2
30
there.
from 95
now
to
gets
65,
ready for the
and then
field goal
add
try.
166.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the game knocks this one through.
So, okay,
and
all right,
this
so,
game
all right,
is
he's already
tied.
mid-60s, okay, by
Yeah,
that time. He looked
Looks
great.
By the way,
Great.
the young
Come
girl
away from
playing
this opening
Juliet
drive
is
in the
named
third quarter
Kristen
with only
Moore.
3,
She
but it
deserves
does
her
draw
flowers.
even.
Yeah, it has to be
The
job
young
one,
talent
doesn't it?
we
Touchdown
didn't get to
definitely
see
would have
again,
been
but
nice.
it's
We
Kristen
know
Moore,
that.
so
She was
Here,
phenomenal.
you get back
She
on
really
even
was
terms,
great.
and now
She
you
had
got
a
most
couple
of the second
lines,
half
and
to
if
try
you
and
get
get yourself
one
into a
line
position
and
to
you
win.
get a solid
And he'll
laugh
get it
on
up
the
past
one
the
line you
20
get,
to about the
that's pretty
22.
impressive.
absolutely.
So that was great.
So in this scene, Ben gets detention. We learn that Ben gets detention, and
Here
then
the
Corey
Vikings
gets
now
detention.
to
It's going to be
start their
really hard
next
for us to
drive.
go back and forth
And a
between Ben
3-point
and Corey.
halftime
I will
lead
do it all the
gone
time.
now,
I'll try to
back to
correct
a
myself when I
tie
do.
game.
What street
Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for
We're
this
never going to be
offense.
able to do it. We're going to go in and out both times. So Corey gets detention. He goes home, and this is where we meet
in the same
Aaron
vein.
Matthews.
Yes,
all the way up at the 38
well, first,
now
just
after
very
a good
quickly talk
start to
about
the
how
drive.
times have changed, and they showed a knife fight in school, essentially.
I mean, doesn't it immediately cut to shooting on the... Oh, no, that's later, where he's shooting at the video game.
He's shooting at the video game, but it's somebody holding somebody else down to the desk trying to stab him, and the principal was over like, okay. I mean, it's like, it's a different time.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean,
It's
open
very
so far.
stiff.
It's really been impressive.
And I have no idea what to do with my hands.
Execution.
And it's very awkward, the first scene. But the scene where I come back and I'm acting, and I'm like, newsflash, I'm not
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
61
yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
That was an
I mean, I remember
that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Darnold completes it, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll, and this drive continues to plunge forward.
Yeah, you were just uncomfortable, dude, but it doesn't really play that way. I'm sure you're projecting your discomfort.
I don't know. I just miss that.
On first and 10, Darnold.
You were sort of stuck.
Open there, he's got him to tight end Hawkinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
I remember the reviews.
Now they show Jet sweep it instead. Run up the middle here. And he's able to get to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Bill Daniels,
2 yards, good enough for a first.
And then the quote ended with a great actor stoops. And I remember Bill putting his head in his hands and all of us laughing.
Which is how Bill probably felt.
Yeah.
He has 2 Emmys for St. Elford.
To throw is
And he's
Darnold.
coming onto this kids show. He must have felt.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be pretty high.
Back then, you were either a TV actor.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Exactly.
If you wanted to, if you wanted to be famous, the best movie actors.
His hand. Touchdown, Minnesota.
That's it, a sitcom TV actor, and then a kids show.
He had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone.
Is not a particularly daring or incisive call. It's mainly based on scheduling and stars. Then he continued, forget quality. These are kids we're programming for on Friday nights. Here's where you have to give ABC some credit for going an extra mile and adding William Daniels to the cast as Corey's nemesis, his sixth-grade teacher, Mr. Feeney. The confrontation between the, hey, I'm just a kid Corey, and the arch and starch Feeney makes this series something an adult doesn't have to feel ashamed of watching. He ultimately gave it 2.5 stars out of 4, but said, I won't argue with anyone who wants to give it 3 stars.
It stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are going to be short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how the drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run, but for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in, but at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. Old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball.
Can we get to scene 3 now?
Can we please? C3.
Can we go downstairs? We've got the parents.
Yeah, we beat the family for the first time.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for the runners. Head coach told me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
They'll get three as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I remember Lily as kind of being like, geez, it's weird. She's just spouting lines, and it's not
he'll take this one down near the 15.
When you watch it, she's adorable.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What was the line at the end where she says,
not only does he take up the space,
I remember, I don't even remember because I wasn't there for the fight, obviously. So I don't remember ever hearing Lily say it, but I remember that one of the things she says, a line she says during the tea party with Ben at the end, you guys all quoted. You repeated the way she said it all the time, and I think I wrote it.
Yeah, what was that? Quiddy Pay getting in there.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna need to find it, but it was like, I'm not yelling. She had some reading during that line. Gosh, I wish I wrote it down, but I hear Ben and Ryder saying it.
You used to make fun of her for it?
Yes, because it was so, yeah.
Well, it's so funny. I totally remember what you were saying,
Will, about
they'll look to throw. Because it's hard to remember that when you're a
he's
kid,
got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop it just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe. Because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Anything, right? Look, I have a 7-year-old. I know. And, so the idea that she was able to deliver what she was doing is incredible. But at the time, I was just so proud of myself for a Viking touchdown. Hit my mark.
Akers with his second touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And they'll be the battle into their advantage. So they got the extra break in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know your mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this.
The scenes where she just all of a sudden, where she grabs the doll and throws it and then just offers him the chair.
Extra point splits
the I think this is a really great opening scene too for Betsy and Rusty, Amy and Alan. Talk about two wonderful parent characters. Just right off the bat, they have a great dynamic. You feel beloved in this family.
And the Vikings boom
yes.
away.
It's so comforting. It's so welcoming. And yet it still has that level of
and from back there, a wise move. They'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because you invest in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you. Interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 37-yard line. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You get that in every show.
Strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive linemen down edges?
Key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Right, that's what I mean. So it's not that kind of sitting them down. You'll figure this out when you're. Can we eventually talk about the just being the salad? We'll get to that.
He works it past the 30,
almost
to the 25.
This is the scene where we find out that the family already knows that Corey has detention. And he's like, how do you possibly already know that? And now we find out as the audience, oh, he stuck his head over the side of the fence and told me. And you learn as the audience, and by the way, that's all they say. It's not made a big deal about like, oh, perhaps the teacher lives next door. It's just that's it. The audience learns, oh, he stuck his head over the fence, he lives next door. So that's obviously
the side of us on the side fence. That's what we learned right from there, which is pretty amazing.
The backyards bump into each other.
Who when did do? Mr.
directly opposite the front door. You go into the front door.
Run the ball in the fourth, we win. Good. No matter what, just run the ball. Get a win.
On the left side, you go through to the kitchen and then go into the backyard.
Okay, then they're not neighbors. He lives behind them.
That's still a neighbor, my friend.
I
guess. All right, I have to say 4.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Walter
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down. Touchdown, Colts!
What he got was a subject who also sowed chaos.
A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have made it a one-score game again. Here in the 4th.
Told me how he captured it all.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Playing on the playground. Just choose them up left, right,
Following the touchdown.
Getting to Mars doesn't excuse being a total. But I want
longer now from his end
see
zone.
it in action. My name is Evan Ratliff.
And only
This is
able to
On
get
Bus
this to the
Walter
19,
Isaacson.
so
Join
probably
us in
should
this
have opted
four-part
for the
series as
touchback.
Isaacson breaks down how he captured a vivid portrait of a polarizing genius. Listen to On
Minnesota
Bus on the
offense about
iHeartRadio
ready to
app,
get this
Apple
next drive
Podcasts, or wherever you
underway.
get your podcasts.
They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with a football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. How do you get back into the game? Now they have the lead. Do you stay up in the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try to protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right.
Damn!
If they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels,
You don't know your stuff, they're going to just call you out and they're going to be like, no,
three and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you get a battle on your hands.
They're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Great way to convert the third down there. 21 yards to play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 43, here's the 2nd and 9. Now it's Donald. Going out underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
Are you looking to carve out your own spiritual path and connect with a higher power? Maybe you're on a quest for meaning, purpose, or a sense of belonging. Perhaps you grew up in a religion that doesn't quite align with who you are right now. Or maybe you've lost your connection to God and want to find your way back. Or if you're like a lot of people, you're simply trying to make sense of a world that sometimes seems overwhelming. Welcome to What's God Got to Do With It, a podcast with a fresh and relatable take on spirituality and faith. I'm your host, Leanne Ellington. This podcast was designed to be a place where you can be yourself exactly where you are on your own terms, without judgment or shame, and without worrying about whether you're doing air quotes right. It's your spiritual safe space,
picking up
where
the first.
skepticism
You don't want
and
to use
doubt
it up
are
early, right? You want
It's
to
a
make sure you
place where
save it for
faith
that
meets
exact
science,
moment, that key
miracles
time.
meet real life.
And that's what he did
All
that day.
while
You and I both know it
interweaving into
wasn't planned that
conversation
way.
with your
But
heart,
what a
soul,
nice
and
job
spirit.
using his eyes,
Listen to
scanning the
What's
field,
God Got
and
to Do With It
realizing when it was time to exit the
iHeartRadio
pocket
app,
and go.
Apple Podcasts, or wherever you
Julian
listen to
Blackman
podcasts.
bringing him down. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down at 7. They'll go again to
So then we go
Jones.
back to school. We learn about detention. We go back to school. Now this scene I thought was really interesting. So I thought it was going to, again, watching it for the first time in 29 years, maybe the first time ever. I don't have a memory of it. I thought when Corey says to Sean, hey, should we go to the game on Friday? Let's go. And Sean says, well, what about detention? And he's like, don't worry about that. In my head, I thought, oh, now the rest of the episode's going to be he ditches detention. They come up with a scheme to go get tickets. No.
Second
They weren't Corey and Sean yet. No, we are.
Touchdown,
And
Vikings.
also, first reference, I make a joke
And the
about
Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown
Chauncey's
lead
character
in this
being
fourth quarter.
Yeah.
like he's
That's
lucky to be a
a
child
touchdown there and makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, nobody is safe in this one with these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. Imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get
Right.
involved here?
Yeah, so you didn't like your lunch because you must have been, I'm assuming, the second child. So second child problems you get forgotten because there are too many other things to think about. Chauncey has a delicious lunch because he's an only child.
11-play drive.
But yeah, then
The opposite of I'm sorry, I always wanted to buy my lunch. Like, if somebody made you lunch, that like you wanted to buy lunch at school, then you know, it's a whole different
And
thing.
he'll just sit on this one as their
It was
drive
a
will
weird joke
start
to me because I
at
was
the
like, I would
25.
rather have bought lunch at school than have the
Now the
sandwich.
Colts
That's the way I
offense gets
thought
ready
too.
to come back on the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch.
It's also socioeconomic.
You just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to less than a double-digit snap. Not just to follow the momentum from your left side, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
It was something
Ball
shiny.
on the 30, they'll come up with a
So
second and 5.
that whole. But Daniel talked about this at the very beginning about continuity for our shows. And it was just all over the place all the time. Who had siblings, who didn't have siblings, where did you live, who did you live with, all this stuff.
Ryder had a very good point. To Michael's credit, you don't really want to get attached to anything. And in sitcom land, if something is funny, that is king. Whatever is funny. And so if it made sense to have a joke that Ryder is not as well taken care of because he's got siblings, make that joke. And if 5 episodes from now we want to say that Ryder's an only child, we'll do that too.
Just remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Right down the middle. And a lead now of 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Because I remember it was just like an offline, it was just an offhand, like one-line joke. That then
No
became
effort
this
to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
That then became the drama, the central drama of Sean's
And now
life. is that he's so
Indianapolis set
poor
to
and
take
his
the
parents have
field.
abandoned him at different
Where we
times.
stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much
We
out of
ended up
reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
The one thing that went through my head is I don't think I ever got to see a single scene.
They're going to sit in that film room and watch every error that they
It
made.
wasn't very big, but by the way, we don't use tree houses enough on shows. It was beautiful.
I think a lot of you guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us
different for
and
a
get
set.
ready for the next time
I
out?
thought it looked great. I just was like, why is there not another one of these?
So I hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Conversation with me before and after. And the reason I bring it up is because I think I didn't get this on tape when we
out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
But
and this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 44-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. When the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Yeah, so Ryder, Andy has never seen an episode of Boy Meets World, right?
The flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we got.
And you know, depending on their position and where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities.
So it was queued up on Disney Plus. So the next time he turned on Disney Plus, there was an episode. He was like, let's watch your show. And we did season.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not
this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
No freckles.
So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Any initial thoughts, Cindy?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I'd say run the football, you got the lead.
Let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Nothing on the game. Hell nah, man. Shit,
the offense on 3rd down. They've hit 4 and 7. This is 3rd and 8.
I ain't got it, bro.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Yeah, that too, bro. I'm not even on so much these days.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yeah, that too. That's another thing.
Like, boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in.
I seen goddamn T. Lewis.
Go ahead and play.
T. Lewis had to address some shit about, you know, I think they was trying to figure out why he wasn't doing certain parts or something. And he was like, you were out of his control. But I ain't never really see him address it the way he said he would. Maybe I missed it.
Here's Jones again on second down. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's
yeah, but he was just like, he wanted. Yeah, that might be what it is. Because I know he got that Louisiana Fest coming up, too.
Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
He the GOAT to me,
they've got
though,
the confidence
man.
to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A first down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, man, like, when I was in high school, man, he was one of the first DJs that, well, he ain't really the first. That nigga showed me. He had some shit where you could send music to a mix show, and he was saying how, like, you know, I'm one of them niggas, man, like, niggas sleeping on type shit. And that was just crazy, because Bray ain't never beat me in person, you know what I'm saying?
And he's going to take this
one. But man, seeing that nigga do this shit live, I'm like, bro, this nigga actually be scratching. Like, these niggas don't even be scratching. So,
this is a big third down, and
I just always had a different type of respect for him, man, just off the craft. Yeah, saying that shit live, man, and me being a real fan of this rap shit, like on some real, like, rap shit. So I was so excited when he got this shit with Wayne, because I'm like, not only can that nigga scratch, pause, that nigga can, he do the what's yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, but that nigga talk, you know what I'm saying, doing his set. Most of these niggas down here ain't finna do all that shit, man. They gonna either do one or the other. Yeah, they just gonna let that bitch rock out, you know what I'm saying? They gonna have a million fucking drops, you know what I'm saying? Just making noise. But T. Lewis gonna scratch. He gonna communicate to the crowd. And that nigga gonna have that bitch jumping, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, brother GOAT to me. That's the only nigga I want to be in the function for as far as on some DJ and shit. What's the name? I think he's straight to pay the fee.
Won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller,
I'm talking about T-Money.
Tick, tick.
Nah, it ain't like I got nothing. I ain't got nothing against no DJ. It just style, as far as style, that it just, man, I just don't think. I think T. Lewis too cream of the crop, man.
Give him 2 on the play there.
But nah, that's crazy, old girl. That's her baby daddy, man. That nigga had been messing with her when she was young as hell.
This is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the off season.
Nigga, that's like the first thing that come up anytime I hear that nigga name. Like, niggas was saying, hell, they said when we was at Hines, he was fucking with like little girls and shit.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Me too. That's another thing that got me. I thought Cub was like, what's her name? Like, I thought he was like on the other side for real.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there is the 13th play of the drive.
No, she was only fucking with Cuz off the cloud.
Question: why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL.
Yeah.
Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can
shout out to that nigga Whips, man. That nigga tripped me out. That nigga sent me a screenshot. Matter of fact, I still got this shit on Instagram. He was talking about how funny that nigga head looked.
It's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they could just run this
you can't make this shit up.
The field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Yeah, man. He got one right after the Gizmo shit, didn't he?
I think you were doing what I was doing. I was was looking down to the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the three. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more
I forgot Andrew used to mess with
than
him.
to worry about any type of a gamble.
Yeah, and that nigga like half slow, you know, so that's even more crazy.
One last game.
That nigga work at Patty Peck Honda last time I heard.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Oh, there's nothing going down with that nigga at security. Shit. You gonna have to be in that Phillium to goddamn deal with that nigga.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.
That nigga didn't even remember me, man. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, that's crazy. How the fuck you don't know me?
You both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
Nah, I'm just talking shit. But yeah, nah, for sure. That shit do take a toll, like, long term.
Especially, I mean, taking a bitch like that. Nobody was having no seed, he was taking the pass.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis. And
yeah, well, you know niggas, man. We don't like fucking with medicine.
This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Yeah, black folk known to, man, just get tired. They'll take that shit for like a week or two maybe, but after 2 weeks, bro, niggas is not finna stay on that shit.
Shit, so I feel like I'm getting better. Fuck it, I'm good.
Hey, I ain't even took my allergy medicine in a couple days.
I don't take no allergy medicine. I start getting allergy and then I start sneezing, then I got to give me some Zyrtec. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Cause my fucking eyes red right now.
Yeah, about that time. Got that change of weather, bro.
Went in the bathroom, I'm like, damn, nigga, look like I hit about 12 blunts.
Session,
yeah, man. I don't think that shit with Glorilla was really jumping like that. I ain't see nobody talking about it unless I just ain't following the right people.
What?
You know when she performed at Jackson State.
Oh yeah, they said she ain't come out till like 1 o'clock or some shit like that.
God damn, they be shitting on Mississippi, man.
I guess I'm not telling defense, you know.
That shit sound about right, cause one of these rap niggas I follow, man, he posted it cause he was behind the stage